Well, we've gone out, weep, nitty bong, everybody. I'm Engineer Hoist. It's Wednesday. It's time for Transformers Earth Wars news. It's good to see all you guys. So let's see who is in the chat already. A lot of familiar faces: Monkey Man, Pete Francis Jr., Jared Barbara, Jameis Vega, Woody is here, Demise Break, Sharksy, Chris Camacho, John Beekman was here first, so congrats to you. Jessica Harner, Shattered Glass, Soundwave, Son of a Thingy, Zentar, let's see, Prime X007, Jonathan Carrillo, Alternate Lanes, Christian Santana, UltraTube 22, all Grand Galatron, all sorts of people. Welcome to the stream. So, what do you guys say? Let's go ahead and get to the news. So, it's a little light this week with the news, but this weekend's event coming up, because tomorrow, of course, is Valentine's Day. Love Spark is the name of the event, so that's pretty cool. Alright, it's a very similar event. I think we've all seen it before. I didn't even really have to change these slides very much. It's basically an avatar event for the Megatronus avatar, so that's a little bit of a spoiler for one of the slides coming up. But you can win up to 4 million Energon and Alloy, 30,000 Spark, 2,000 Premium Crystal Shards, which you get like right out of the gate, and up to 1,000 3-star shards and 700 4-star shards, and then of course at the aforementioned new Prime Avatar. And if you want more, you can keep going and unlock Final Thrust crystals all the way up to 50,000 points. So it's an individual event, as these usually are. Begins Friday and Sunday. It's just a single prestige, triple XP, as has become the standard. How do you participate? You got to be headquarters level 4, tap the event button, and then go battle. You guys know by now how to do this. The battle zones are the standard battle zones, which we've become accustomed to. And then, of course, there's a summary of all the prizes. As I said, you can get your 2,000 Premium Crystal Shards, which is 2 Premium Crystals right out of the gate. All you got to do is score 100 points. Anybody can score 100 points in this event and go get 2 Premium Crystals. If you don't do that, well, then you must be busy or something, because it does not take that much effort to log into the game, do 2-3 battles. Even in a low zone, you get yourself a couple of Premium Crystals. At 5,000, you get your Prime Core Avatar. By 6,000, you've got all the Spark you can get. By 6,500, you've got all the Energon you can get. 7,000, you've gotten all the 3-star shards. All the Alloy comes by 7,500, and then 8,500 is basically the end of the main prizes, and that's where you have collected all of your 4-star shards. And then from there on, it's a chance to earn up to 7 Final Thrust crystals, which will give you one of these fantastic prizes, anywhere from 10 to 100,000 Spark, although the 100,000 Spark is fairly rare to pull. But it has been done. People have done it. Or you could win 10 Bronze Power Core chips or 10 Silver Power Core chips. And there, as I said, is the Megatronus avatar, so you can add that to your avatar collections. Some people don't really care for these. Some people really like them, and I personally kind of like the avatars. I don't really change them that much, but still, it's a nice thing to collect and have in there. And like I said, you can get that at like only 5,000 points, which is pretty easy to get. Used to be a lot of times you'd have to get all the way to 10,000 points and complete an event just to get the avatar, and because of that, I'm missing a few, just because they happen to be on weekends where I didn't have a whole lot of time to commit to the game. And it was also before they increased the points that you can get from each of the battle zones, so it was a lot harder to get these avatars at one point. Also in the newsletter, I gotta give myself a shout out, I guess. They did actually, they loved my video, the tips and tricks video. I imagine if you're watching this stream live, you're probably a subscriber of this channel, and you've probably already seen this video. And if you have, thank you for watching it. But yeah, they liked it a lot, and they actually gave a shout out and gave a link to this tips and tricks video. And I had a lot of fun putting it together. It was a little hard trying to find the footage sometime, and I've got a couple of other videos in the works, which it's kind of hard to find that footage too, because it's going to be talking about outpost bots, and so you got to find a good attack where a particular outpost bot attacks you, because as a high-level Autobot, I don't get attacked very much, so I can't really use my own base for that purpose. So John Beekman says he got some great tips. That's good. Did get some, and if you haven't, go check the comments on the video. There's a few other good tips in there. I think BioDroid put one in for sure. Sharksy may have even too, I think. So yeah, definitely go, and if you haven't, go check the comments, because we do get some good tips from other players in there as well. Normally there's an under investigation section here where it's a bug that they're working on, but there was nothing provided in the newsletter, so I guess there's no huge bugs that are out there that they're continuously working on and wanting to provide a status update. They're always looking to squash things, but nothing that they felt important enough to report this week. But fixes to issues that are coming or have come already. They say there's clipping issues on Goldfire's model. I'm not sure entirely what exactly that is. I don't know, maybe it's the wings or shoulders or something. But they said they're going to be included in the upcoming game update. Another thing that affected people, if you went and selected used the Lunar New Year leak, the loot link from last week that came out in last week's newsletter, also shared on the stream here last week. It's in the description. I think it's expired by now, but some people were only getting the 1500 premium shards when they were also supposed to get 10 red Kremzeeks and a gold XP core, and they think it had something to do with that whole Android issue they also had last week. But if you claimed that link, they know that you claimed that link, and they pushed that out to you, so you should have that. If you claimed the link and you did not get your red Kremzeeks and your gold XP core yet, write into support and let them know, and they should be able to help you out. If you didn't claim the link, well, you know, that's what you get for sleeping on these loot links, because they're only out for a short amount of time. And also, this was something that I was surprised about, because I opened a few Decepticon premium crystals over the week or two ago, and I pulled up a Motor Master, and he had Combiner Spark on my Autobot account. Obviously, I can't complete Menasor on my Autobot account, but yet Motor Master gave me some Combiner Spark. I was surprised by this, but apparently that's how it was always supposed to work. As soon as they released the Universal Combiner Spark. So now, if you open your alternate faction premium crystals, or any crystal, and you get a Combiner bot who is in one of the combiners of the alternate faction, they will indeed drop Combiner Spark. So, like they said, some of them weren't dropping the Combiner Spark, but they are now. And so I had no idea that was even supposed to happen, but it does. Big Bronze Rims joining the stream. Good to see you, man. I think that's it. Yeah, just the last thing is no live stream tomorrow, because they're doing it every other week now, and tomorrow is one of their weeks off. Off to go enjoy Valentine's Day with their sweethearts, I imagine. Or maybe it's just the normal week off. So, and then we're back around the horn. Okay, so yeah, we got through that pretty quick, and I see you guys wanting to see some crystals, but I don't have any. I think I have a free crystal in there, but you know, let's go ahead and head over to the game. So I have a free crystal. Let's go ahead and do a free crystal cracking. Oh no, it's not even a real free crystal. It's one of those fake outs. So no crystals, no crystals. But yes, I did see there was a replay in the stream from John Beekman over there, who goes by MLG Pro 565 in our alliance. Let's see what he's got for us, shall we? Okay, so here he goes. He is battling the Mistmaker. He's bringing in a 4-star Star Saber. Good for you, man. Bumblebee, Rodimus Prime, Jazz, Prowl, Sunstreaker, and Skylynx. And they're going into this little honeycomb time trap base. they're just hitting it head on. And that mortar is really hitting them pretty hard. There goes Star Saber in there, causing some serious damage all along the way. There goes Skylynx. He's going to go and drop a Plasma Shroud over there. And I imagine he's going to follow up with the Flame Strike. Here it comes. Boom! Took out that Beam Laser. And Star Saber's up there. He's getting pounded by that Shock Tower and the mortar and the auto cannon. But the rest of the team, they're still working down here. And look, who was that? Prowl's going up there trying to help out a little bit. Oh, Long Haul got popped. There's Beast Wars Megatron and the G1 Megatron. No, we lost Star Saber, but that tends to be Star Saber's lot in life, is to rush into things and knock it down as much as you can to clear the way for everybody else. Because I tend to use my Star Saber that same way. And if you watch any of Trios Series videos, you'll see he tends to do the same thing with his sweeping backdoor technique. And there we go. They get to the headquarters and take it down. Nice victory there for you, John Beacon. Well done. Let's see. Big Bronze Rim's asking, did I get any new figures? I actually got a couple of new figures today, but I just got them like right on the way home. I decided to swing by Target, and I found a couple of Studio Series figures. I found the World War II Bumblebee and the Studio Series Barricade. I haven't even opened them up. They're still in the Target bag even right now, so I haven't managed to get them out. But I definitely wanted to get that World War II Bumblebee, because he will be the lone spot of olive green in a sea of yellows and black bumblebees when I put them all together at some point. Because I've done it before, where I gathered all of my bumblebees, and I think I've probably doubled the number of bumblebees I had since I did that. Yeah, so let's go back over here to the thumbnail. Did you guys catch that? Remember back a ways when Captain America, they did that little thing where he was in Hydra and everybody's like, oh, hail Hydra. So I did this a while back too, because we've seen this image before, so I went ahead and added, like, because that's what it looked like she's coming behind him like, hail Megatron, like, she's a secret Decepticon or something. So I thought that was appropriate for a or not, maybe not appropriate, but definitely fun for a thumbnail there. So, and somebody was in the chat earlier, I saw before the stream started, trying to come up with a couple name for RCM Bumblebee, and I had to crack up with one of them was Arby, kind of like the roast beef restaurant Arby's. But yeah, so that was kind of funny. Or what was it, Bumblesea? Yeah, Bumblesea. So the Bumblebee smile. Yeah, that's pretty funny though. Oh yeah, definitely the Hail Hydra thing's definitely become a meme, and I had to jump on it and make a Transformers version, courtesy of the Transformers Earth Wars image that they did that. Jared Barbara did that. Yes, thank you. I thought it was one of you guys there in there. Plot twist: RC was Megatron the entire time. Says Chris Camacho. Very nice. Too much spark maxed at 3 million means you need to upgrade some bosses. Somebody else maxed at 3 million. I got there. I was getting close to 3 million, and then you, when I mentioned it, you guys in here said, "Hey, 3 million is max. You better go spend some spark." So I saved up my Energon, and I ended up leveling up my Star Saber ability to level 10. And it was well worth it. He tears things up there. So, let's go over to the here, so we can go take a look. So yeah, so there's my Star Saber. He's way up there at the top. He's got a level 10. He's a level 52 right there. He's got Alchemist Prime on him. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure if Alchemist Prime's the right core for him, but it's a lot of Energon to swap these out, so I'm okay with that. And there's my Sentius Magnus. I got him not too long ago, and man, I grinded him out and got him to level 50 in the single weekend. It was a lot of coins. I did spend a little bit on some fuel cells and stuff like that, but yeah, I got him to 50, and man, I am glad I did, because he is a monster. Alita 1, I just recently got past level 50, got her leveled up there, so she's doing pretty good. My next monster to get to 50, I'm working on Skylynx. He's only a little bit past into 48, almost at 49. Not working real super hard on him. Those other three are a lot easier because they are very good ones that you can power level, and as you're power leveling other bots, you're also power leveling themselves, and that's also why Cheetor is a rather high level as well, because he's another good power leveling bot. If you saw in my last video, she's still way down here, but I haven't even put a power core on her yet, and I will be leveling her ability a few more levels as I get the Energon. But there is the 4-star Slash. I have not even really played with her that much to even see the greatness of her and her ability. But yeah, so I was surprised and lucky. So hey, cool, new Twitter follower. So thank you, Raymond. Welcome. I don't post on Twitter that as much as that much because I don't want to just copy the things that I'm doing from one social media to another, and I just really haven't nailed down a good social media strategy between. I've got a Facebook page, which I don't really advertise much here on YouTube. But I've got an Instagram. I don't post much there. It's really pretty much all about YouTube. But I do have the other accounts. If you're looking, it's right down there in there. Your Twitter, Instagram, pretty much anywhere you go. If you look for Engineer Hoist, you're gonna find me. So there, I even had a Tumblr. I probably still have one, but I have not been there in a while. And if you know anything about Tumblr, I think you probably understand why I haven't been to Tumblr in a while. So yeah. Let's see. Gamers Reform. Welcome to the stream. Asking who is the favorite bot in our Earth Wars collection, or my Earth Wars collection. Oh, well, that's it's got to be Star Saber, because I mean he is just the strongest. It's kind of funny because I remember when he first came out, and it's like, yeah, he's got a pretty good ability. It's wide ranging. It's strong, but man, that 12 ability point cost for the first one, and then 15, and then it's just very expensive, and I was just like, I just don't see myself using it very much, and I just really wasn't that high on Star Saber. He seemed to be a good bot, but it's very expensive. I mean, it still is expensive, but it's worth it. Definitely in certain strategies, he is definitely worth getting. And in fact, you can see right here behind me, I like him so much, I actually went out and got the Masterpiece Star Saber because of this guy right here. I have no connection to Star Saber whatsoever. My only notion of Star Saber was from the IDW comics, where he was essentially a bad guy for a few issues, and that was it. But because of this game, it got me to go out and buy that Masterpiece toy, who is suitably expensive, just like the ability cost of him. Sentius Magnus has also become a quick favorite. I love Alita 1. She will hold a special place in my heart for being the only bot that I bought a character bundle for and pulled a 4-star on the very first crystal. So let's see who else is in there. Swoop's pretty cool. I like Swoop. Cheetor is great too, and this Prowl at 5 stars is just unbelievable. I mean, I haven't even leveled him that much. He's like level 43, level 6 ability. I do have a silver G1 Prowl core on him. I was hoping to get that gold G1 Prowl back when we had that event. But I ended up with the gold Ratchet, which is still good too. Yeah, I mean, look, he's dealing 2733 damage already. So already at level 43, he is a strong gunner. So yeah, Sharksy's saying 12 ability point cost is worth it when you get him to 6 at least. Yeah, and see, and that's kind of what I think it was. Is I was, all my experience with him was with him at a low level, and that's good. But a lot of these bots, you really have to reserve judgment until you get them to being one of your top bots. I was about to say level 40 or level 50, But if most of your bots are not at that level, then that's fine. But that you really need to get them to become one of your top level bots, and then you can really see how strong they are in relation to everybody else. Jonathan Korea's taken off. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. UltraTube, greetings from Greece. Nice. On almost the other side of the world. Let's see. Shrexy's saying, Lies, first bot you got with a 4-star is Dust Up. No. I think you're getting it mixed up a little bit. I said Dust Up was my very first 3-star bot. And I didn't get her out of a character crystal. But she was my first 3-star bot on this account. So, do I have line? Yeah, but I don't use it that much. In fact, I don't use it that much to the point where I almost never use it. So that's not a good place to get a hold of me. I do have a Discord server. Should be a link going up there in the chat there. So if you haven't joined up in there, so you can hop on over there and join the Discord server. Not a whole lot going there other than just another place to keep in touch throughout the week and chat with other Transformers Earth Wars and Transformers in general fans. So you can hop in there and hang out. Let's see. Joey Johnston says his alliance finished 15th this weekend. Wow, that's impressive. Man, there was some serious points put up, and it's just unbelievable. Every time I see these points that it takes to get these new bots, I go back to the very first leaderboard. Let me change the view over here. I go back to the very first leaderboard for Swoop, and or he was Strafe at the time. And that was actually, it was during that event that I joined up with the Non-Toxic Gamers and met all of those guys in that community, because the alliance that I was in was like doing nothing. I was one of the only people in there actually playing, and there was no way we were even good. It was 60,000 points to get to 2-star. And there was no way we were going to get to 60,000. So I'm out there searching. I was in a couple of groups. I'm like, hey, I'm really looking for somebody for an alliance that's doing well. It's going to go and challenge for these bots, so APOC actually saw that. He's a leader of our group, and let's see, do I have a link? By the way, he would be mad at me if I didn't say anything about going and joining our band channel, the Non-Toxic Gamers band channel. You can talk about Transformers Earth Wars, although we don't talk about it much over there anymore, but definitely talk about all sorts of other games. So if you're interested in other games other than this, you can check that out. But the Non-Toxic Gamers, what I came to find out is it's not just an alliance. It's a whole way of life. It's a way of thinking about gaming. It's basically, because there's you hear about a lot about gamers being toxic and cursing and being bullied and stuff like that. And Non-Toxic Gamers is all about none of that. If anybody goes and starts being a bully in our alliance or anything like that, they're out the door. If there's any cursing, it slips every now and then, or we're just like, no. We throw up that Captain America meme where it's like language, so. I like to throw up the swear jar from Luke Cage on Netflix. I don't know if you know, so that's what we do. We try to keep it nice and family friendly, where people of all ages are welcome and good to be there. And it's right there. That's why I have it right there. Non-Toxic Gamers. It's a great way, a great community of not just Transformers Earth Wars, but all gamers there. But yeah, anyway, back to the leaderboard, the Swoop event. So I got in there, and unfortunately, they had already gotten the 2-star Swoop, so I didn't get the 2-star Swoop. But we were in there. We were battling during that first leaderboard, and we actually did finish in the top 100. I think we were like number 30 or something in that very first leaderboard event with 199,000 points. I don't even remember what the top one was, but it really wasn't that high. But can you believe that? We got the 3-star with only 199,000 points. You won't even sniff the top 100 now with 199,000 points. So yeah, that's crazy. And then the next leaderboard event was Ultra Magnus. And of course, I've been in Non-Toxic Gamers ever since. And so we were there. We grinded, and it was a lot harder during that second leaderboard event, to the point where, yeah, I stayed up like super late that last night, just playing, spending coins, buying fuel cells, and we managed to get the 3-star Ultra Magnus out of that event too. But that's the last time we finished in the top 100. And to be honest with you, a lot of you guys out there like that and fun. It doesn't really appeal to me. So that's why it's not a huge. That's why you don't see where I'm really grinding hard on leaderboard events or really looking to get in one of these top alliances. So, hats off. Well, I can't because I got the thing, but seriously, hats off to all you guys who go out there and score crazy amounts of points. I saw Trias, what was it, on 147,000 points by yourself. So, by the way, I still haven't found a a sound effect for your entrance, so I'll just go ahead and do it live. Woo! That's for Trias Theory. So if you go over and watch his channel, there's that's kind of become his thing over there. So we gotta give him a wrestling entrance there. But yeah, so he scored almost by himself about what you could have got that very first 3-star in the very first leaderboard event. So it's crazy. So yeah, so anyway, yeah. So I'm not real huge on leaderboards, and so. But I'm very proud to be friends with some of you guys there in the top alliances, and I do love seeing the things that you can do, and I am blown away by what you can do. I just have no desire to join in and do that, So, but at the same time, you guys know I tend to purchase the bundles as they come out, and I find that's a little bit better way of getting the characters for myself. Besides, it's also good content for the YouTube channel, let's be honest. The crystal cracking videos are some of my most watched videos. So that's why I do it. I also like opening the videos, or opening the crystals and getting the characters. So I'm not going to lie, I would probably still be buying those bundles even if I wasn't making videos. But the idea of making the videos when I have the bundles is definitely there. So yeah. Let's see. Joey Johnson, Ultra Magnus says Decepta Crusher finished 14th with 352,000 points. Yeah, I can't remember what it was for Ultra Magnus. We definitely had to score more points for that second leaderboard event to get Ultra Magnus, but it still was not the crazy amounts. I mean, even just about a year ago, we were being amazed when one or two alliances hit a million points, and now I didn't even see what was the final score, but they were pushing 5 million in these for the winners. I mean, there's lots of alliances scoring 1 million and fighting for that top 100 spot. It's crazy. So Oktar, aka Starscream, says I'm a gambler at heart. No, that's couldn't be farther from the truth. No, I just like playing these games and buying the bundles and stuff like that. I don't see it as gambling, because I know what the odds are, and I'm okay with the odds. There's a chance I could get them and stuff like that. But I never once gambled actual money, like in poker or at a casino or something. Well, I suppose I can't say that, because I have gone to a couple of casinos. I went on a casino cruise ship once with a group of friends or whatever, and I spent $20 on a little card, sat there, played the slots for a little while till the $20 was gone. I'm like, okay. So I saw that as, hey, I spent $20 for a fun night out. So where you really get into trouble is when that $20 is gone, you go drop another 20, then another 20, then 100, then 100, then 100, then 1,000, then you mortgage your house and your car and sell your kids and stuff like that. That's where you run into trouble with gambling. But if you set yourself a limit and say, okay, well, I got $20 to spend, or I got $50 to spend on a fun night out, you go out there and you know what? If you lose it all, so what? It would be the same as if you spend $50 to go to a concert. You don't come home with that same $50 or anything. So that's kind of how I look at doing things like that. Yeah, Sharksy's saying, wasn't it amazing to see people get 10,000 points by themselves back then? Yeah, no kidding, man. Because, of course, a lot of us were much lower level back then, too. I mean, the bots couldn't even go beyond 50. 50 was the max. There were no 5 stars to be had and things like that. So these are all changes to the game and how it's grown and evolved over time. And it's pretty cool to have been here for pretty much all of it. Some of the things I like to do is every so often I go back to like the early videos that I made, because like right from when the game started, even before I had like 100 subscribers, because I was doing the toy reviews and that really wasn't picking up. But I started doing go all the way back to like June of 2016, and you'll find I did like a little overview video. And go look at what the game looked like back then when it first came out. And people that were in the beta, I didn't even know about the game in the beta, otherwise I'd have been on it. But there were people who were in the beta said it was even way different even by that point. But it's amazing to go back, look at some of those other videos where I'm all proud. It's like, I remember sharing, hey, cool, check this out. I just got a Storm Clash, a 1-star Storm Clash. Because that was when you're first starting and you're just happy to get anything, and then you realize I realized 1-stars were going to be useless because I was like grinding. I was getting that Storm Clash, that 1-star Storm Clash, leveling her. Okay, we're going to research past 10. Okay, that's cool. That's how that works. Okay, we're getting her. Okay, she's at 20. Okay, it's time to go research her. I'm like, why can't I research her? Why can't I research her past 20? Because 1-stars max at 20. I was like, oh. 1-stars are useless. Got it. So we need to go and we need to get more 2-stars and 3-stars and hopefully 4-stars. So yeah, it's fun to go back and look at that. So Sharksy's saying getting twos and ones back then was awesome. Yeah. So, but and that's how it is when you're first starting out. Any new bot that you get is useful. So that's why I people forget that when you've got a squad of so that can take out max bases and stuff like that, or even like let's go look at I've got quite a bit too. So let's go look at the details over here. So I have all 61 2-stars. 61 of 63 3-stars, and 53 of 63 4-stars, and then 3 5-stars. So with that many 4-stars and 5-stars, 2-stars are like, who needs them? But when you're just starting out, or if you're like free to play, I mean, I still go visit my free to play account every so often. I have not spent a dime on that. I've got a handful of 4-stars. I've got some 3-stars. But even there, I'm happy to get some 2-stars. I've got a few 2-stars maxed out. I think Rodimus Prime, Optimus Prime, and Ultra Magnus I think are maxed out at level 40 over there. Still haven't found a Star Saber on that account. Not even a 2-star on that account. I would be excited to get a 2-star Star Saber over on that account because he's really good. So it really you gotta think there's all levels of players in this game, or really any game. And so that's one of the challenges for the game developers is they need to keep the top players happy, like with these raids and super hard events and stuff like that. But they also need to keep it accessible to people just starting. And so that's really I hats off to them, But I'm using that a lot lately. It's funny how you get a saying, and then it keeps coming up and over again. You notice that a lot when you make videos. So you'll say things a certain way, and then you'll say it again a certain way, and then you'll say it again a certain way, and then you're like, oh man, I can't believe I need to be a little bit more creative in how I say things like that. I've also noticed a lot of people too saying without further ado. So I've been saying that too. So I'm trying to to not say that anymore. Like with the tips list and stuff like that, I had all that, like even my top Transformers countdowns. I was like, without further ado, let's get on to the list. And so I'm trying to cut out on that one because that's so cliche and stuff like that. And you want to try to be creative and stuff like that. The Oltar says, I go into Zone 1 sometimes just to reminisce. You know what's funny? Even when you're first starting out in the game, I don't think there's ever any reason even really to go into Zone 1, almost. Because once you get through kind of the whole tutorial thing, you've got enough bots that you, and leveled to a certain point, you could probably easily hit Zone 2 like right off the bat. Yeah. There you go. Nemesis, hello, how are you? Good good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Big Bron's been saying Zones 3 is where you start. Yeah, exactly. So, I knew it wasn't Zone 1 because maybe like the very first time when all you have is, who do you start off with? You start off with like what, just Jetfire or Starscream on the cons. You start with just one of those guys. So when you only have Jetfire, I think you go into Zone 1, but I don't think you realize that you're going into Zone 1 because they're walking you through it. But by the time you actually get to the point where you can attack other players, you're already hitting Zone 3. And Starscream and Bludgeon. Yeah, okay, well, Bludgeon and Ironhide, they're the first one you bring through the space bridge. And it cracked me up when I went through and started the free-to-play account, because you go and you get that Warrior Crystal, and you hit that in Space Bridge, boom, 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 and if you've been playing the game already, it looks like it's a 4-star coming through, but what is it? It's 1-star Ironhide, or 1-star Bludgeon. So you're like, wait a second, this Space Bridge is lying to me. Oh, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, so... But you know, it does get you excited, you know. So yeah. Oh man, it's fun to reminisce sometimes. I mean, that's why a lot of us are here, especially people in my generation. That's why we're still here. That's why I got all this stuff back here, and I got this on, and I got this on, and I got, you know, that over there and stuff like that. It's because reminiscing in the old days. So here we are already. We're reminiscing back about the G1 of Transformers Earth Wars. Oh man, it's so funny. And you know, there's people out there having the G1 of their own G1 of Transformers Earth Wars right now. People starting the game right now are going through all that same thing that we did. They just have more bots available to them right away once they start opening premium crystals. And if you're new to the game and you haven't watched my tips yet, save your coins for build bots. I put that at number 10 mostly because that was going to be the first tip I talk about, not because I think it's the 10th most important. It's just because I know how people watch YouTube. They watch for a certain length and then they don't finish the video. So the important stuff you want to say, you got to get in there first. So I put the save your coins for build bots things at number 10, mostly because if you're only going to see one tip, you need to see that one tip. But yet, all 3 of my accounts, I didn't do that. I didn't do that on a single one of my accounts. Even the free-to-play account, when I knew better, I still went out and used the coins on crystals. I'm such a hypocrite. But of course, if you are inclined to spend money, go and spend, I think it's like $10 or $20. Get yourself a build bot bundle. Get yourself a couple more thousand coins. Go buy the build bots, because trying to level that base up, I've got up to like level 12 headquarters, I think now, and trying to level that thing up at that point with just 2 build bots is, it's so hard. I'm sure I'd have it much higher if I stuck with it, and there's definitely some people, top players. I mean, they're probably pushing headquarters 15 or 16. There's some people even managed to get the 5-star by this point, completely free to play, or so they claim. But it's believable if you grind and you are efficient with your fuel cells during events. Top alliances will have you, and then if you play in those 5-star shard events, you get those. From the prestiges, you open up the crystals, maybe you get lucky with that, and then as you earn like a 4-star crystal from an event or something, or the 4-star shards, you eventually get that, you get a 4-star crystal, you're going to get duplicates even as a free-to-play player. So it's completely believable. I mean, I haven't done the math, but I'm sure it would work out. But it's certainly believable that somebody who's been free to play from the very beginning easily could have earned a 5-star by now. So yes, I agree, Big Bronze Rim. High respect for free to play players, especially high level free to play players. So Grand Galvatron there, he's saying pure free to play, and still doesn't like Astro Train, but he's 5 stars. So yeah, so full on free to play, not a penny spent. Wow. Or because I know there's a lot of people now who are free to play now. They may have spent quite a bit to get to a certain level and decided, you know, I got to cut this spending out. And you want to check the raid leaderboard for our alliance? Yeah, we could do that. I haven't participated in the raids very much, so you can see we're at 280,000. You can see I've only attempted 3 times. I've been so busy at work, guys. I think I mentioned it last week. We had a lot of people leave, so I've had to take on a lot of extra work. I almost felt the need to skip the stream this week, but I was like, no, I can't let you guys down. We're coming here. We're going to have the stream. This is one of the bright spots of the week. Work can wait. We're going to come here. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk Transformers. We're going to talk Transformers Earth Wars. But unfortunately, I haven't had the time during the day to really raid like I usually do. So, but there we go. But you can see the difference. See, my 3 battles were on the level 8 headquarters. It doesn't look like I even put a dent in it, but still, those 3 battles got like 20,000 points. Whereas Bobo the Great, he did 7 battles and only got 34,000. I'm not sure what zones that what battle he was doing, so and then some of these down here put in 7 and only got 9,000. And you know, that's why they added the attempts column there, so you can see who's really trying to used up all of their attempts, like Death Bomber, Prime 1 TLK, or even John Beekman there did all 7 of his attempts. Or you can see who's being a slacker, like that Hoist guy, you know. So, oh yeah. Was it angry mobs on Discord? Sharks, he's saying, yeah. Oh, you mean like in the VIP chat? Oh yeah, it happens. A very vocal and passionate group of people in that VIP Discord. So I try not to judge. I try not to say anybody's wrong, because everybody's got an opinion. And while I tend to stay away from the complaining, just because I have the attitude of, you know, it is what it is. It's fun, and you know, things happen, you know, on like that. And but you know, I understand why people will get upset and want to complain and stuff like that. I get it, you know. So I'm not going to stop people from doing that. I'm just not going to join in. Every so often, I might try to play the devil's advocate thing. Like I tend to be the advocate, as I was earlier, about the lower level players, because a lot of it is like, oh man, I've got, you know, 8 5-stars, and you know, I can't really, there's no challenge anymore. I was like, well, think about the guys who don't even have 8 3-stars, you know, something like that. So where did we rank in the leaderboard, David Tinsley's asking? I don't even know. We were probably down in around 500 or 600 somewhere. I checked in one time, and it was like 541 or something early on. Skyward Greer, that's a name I haven't seen in a while, so good to see you, buddy. See, Sharksy saying, I got someone who said you got great thinking on the con side. Support both pros and cons about that side. Damon Swinky saying February 26th we'll have 8 bot squads. Oh, he's got that headquarters and he's leveled up that shuttle. Oh, I tell you, that was one of the most disappointing things about headquarters 16 for me, because I refuse to spend coins to skip cooldowns on bases or to buy Energon or something. I mean, unless it's like the test account, and they will supply you an endless supply of coins to help build that up, just so you can test things out and stuff like that. But in real life on the main account, I refuse to spend coins on base cooldowns and stuff like that. So it was very difficult because, okay, we're gonna go 2 weeks for headquarters 16. Okay, I can wait 2 weeks. Okay, all right, let's get that shuttle. That's gonna be 2 weeks. Oh, I can't have enough energon to do that, so I gotta level up in energon storage for 2 weeks. And then now I still have to level up the shuttle for 2 weeks. So it's like a month and a half from the time that you can actually do Headquarters 16, at least, before you can even get those 8-star squads. So I feel you, buddy. I feel you. But when you get that 8th spot, you'll wonder how you ever managed to do anything without it. So yeah, so congrats to you for getting to that point. Let's see. Sharksy said, "All right, when someone says I got a 5-star and their Headquarters 5, it does." Yeah, I hear you. When somebody's claiming to have a 5-star bot, but yet they're only Headquarters level 5, I wouldn't quite believe that. But you know what? It's not entirely impossible. If they've just gone and spent a bunch of money and cracked a bunch of crystals and just never bothered to level up their base, they could do it. It would be super expensive. But it's possible. It's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. I mean, it's infinitesimal. But somebody could do it. I don't know why you would do it, but you could do it. I have seen a base, and some of you guys out there may know who I'm talking about. I don't remember the name, but I came across a base where all they did was level the headquarters and the resources, because you have to do that to level the headquarters. They added 0 defenses. They added 0 walls. All they had were the defenses that were there when they started. They had a level 1 autocannon, like a level 1 laser turret, and a few level 1 walls. Everything else, that was it. And it was just, but they had level 16 resources and a headquarters 16. And the way they managed to do that is they got a bunch of bots. And that's all they focused on, was getting the bots and leveling the bots. The defense, it did not appeal to them at all. But they had to level so that they could get to the point where they could level their bots past 40, past 50, so they could level up their research lab. So that's what they did. That's what they did. Monkey Man says, hardest base ever. Ha ha ha. Believe it or not, with that one, you're going to find that base somewhere down in zone like 9 or 10 or something like that. So when you go into that headquarter, it has a lot of hit points. I actually came across that once when I was trying to level with Volcanicus. I almost couldn't do it because he was just hacking away at the headquarters. It just would not blow up because it had so much hit points. So, but I mean, if you drop a 7-spot squad, then yeah, you're just hacking away at it. Then you'll get it. But if you only drop 1 or 2 bots at that zone, you're probably not going to take the headquarters out. So. Level 1 mortars in HQ 16. I don't think they even had the mortars. It was like a level 1 autocannon, a level 1 laser turret, and that was it. They didn't even build the mortars. So, Gamers Reform's asking, if you had to choose a combiner to get to 5 stars, who would it be? Well, that one's easy. You know, Volcanicus is my favorite. Now, obviously, anytime I say Volcanicus, you know, I play as an Autobot. I mean, come on, I mean, there's Autobots all around. But anytime I mention the Autobot name, I'm also referring to the Decepticon counterpart. So Volcanicus, Predaking, I think are the best combiners. I would love to see those guys at 5 stars. Same thing. I would say Victorion, Menasor are easily my second favorite. And so here's the thing about about 5-star combiners. Even if they manage to release bots at the 5-star level so that you could have all 5 stars to form a combiner, like I think the one that they're closest to right now is Bruticus, because let's see, Brawl, Swindle, and Onslaught are all available. That's 3 of 5 for Bruticus are available at 5 stars. So if they ever release Vortex and actually Blast Off too, so that's what, 4 of 5. So if they ever release Vortex as a 5-star, first of all, I think people would riot because it's Vortex and one of the worst or weakest special abilities. But even if they did that, it wouldn't automatically allow you to upgrade the combiner to 5 stars. They would have to add the code to allow for 5-star combiners. Shelly Hancock just subscribed. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Happy that you're here. Come back next week and every other week for because we talk about Transformers Earth Wars here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So Monkey Man says QWERTY. Okay, just on the keyboard. Let's see. Luke Bartel showing up says says I know we missed a lot. Winter got hit by the winter storm in Washington State. Been shoveling. Oh man, yeah, I know it is so cold here in Florida. That's why I had to put this sweatshirt on. I swear it's like 60 degrees here. It is so cold. Oh, I'm joking. I know you guys have it way worse. But yeah, it's all relative. It's definitely all relative. So Big Bronze Rims chiming in from Texas saying it was 65. Yeah. Well, it was like 80 degrees like yesterday, and then we had probably our last cold front of the season came through overnight, and then just dropped the temperature like a rock about 20 degrees. So it's a little bit of a shock going from 80 to 60. But yeah, I mean, for a lot of you guys who are buried under 15 feet of snow, you'd be like, hey, I'll take 60. So. Okay, we got people chiming in. 79 in Georgia a couple days ago for David Tinsley. Southern Nevada in the summer, in Monkey Man saying in the summer, south of Nevada feels like a toaster. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, but well, in Florida it feels like a sauna. So yeah, I'm not sure which one's worse. Luke saying, since I lived in Buffalo, so many people here are complaining that it's cold. It's like, oh, it's 20 degrees. He's like, I'm happy because back in Buffalo it gets to minus 20. Like I said, it's all relative. So, Sharksy's saying it was like 10 degrees recently in Pennsylvania. And who was chiming in? I saw somebody chimed in with Celsius. Skywarp Greer saying 39 Celsius in Australia. Well, yeah, first of all, I apologize. I don't know how to do the conversion, but I do know 39 Celsius is super hot. But you guys also in the southern hemisphere are kind of opposite. You know, we're northern hemisphere, we're dealing with the winter, and you guys are deep in the summer. So it's always kind of funny. It must be so weird to be celebrating, if you celebrate Christmas, like in the middle of the summer. For you guys, it's probably totally normal. Down in Australia, New Zealand, you know, Africa, place, you know, if you celebrate those holidays in the middle of summer, whereas everybody else, you know, it's like I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Really doesn't make sense in Australia, I would think. So unless it's like a white sand beach or something. So Gamers Reform, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next time. And there's not gonna be a whole lot of stream left. We're wrapping up here though. So he said, yeah, Skywarp saying, yeah, it was insanely hot on Christmas. Monkey Man's bringing us back to the game. Says, why has Optimus Maximus arms, Ironhide, and Prowl? I mean, Sunstreaker and Mirage I like better as a leg for some reason. That's just the way they designed it. What is the design of that? So one way you could think about Prowl being his left arm and Ironhide being the right arm, if you think back to the cartoon, this just kind of occurred to me since you asked this question. Ironhide was kind of like Optimus Prime's right-hand man, right? He was always there helping out. Now, he is literally Optimus Prime's right-hand man. And Prowl is his left-hand man. Or whatever. G1 Red Alert, he said he was going to be a little bit late, but he shows up saying, hey, I'm here, what I miss? I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. You missed everything. But that's why we have the replay. You can always hop back. The news was pretty light today. It's It's an avatar event, individual event for the Megatronus avatar. It's exactly the same as it was about a month ago for the Alpha Trion avatar. Exactly the same. The only difference is you get Megatronus this time instead of Alpha Trion. It was really easy to make the slides today because I just copied those slides over and changed a few things. So, yeah, Red Alert comes in just in time to leave. Yeah, it happens. You know, sometimes things come up and you can't be there. There's a couple of times where I had to, the stream just didn't work out, or I wasn't able to do it. And there will be times again when I won't be able to do the stream. Hopefully, I'll see it coming and can give you guys a heads up about that. But if not, if you're subscribed, I will do my best to at least put out one of those community posts to let you know that the stream isn't going to happen. So yeah, Red Alert's giving me a hard time. He says some scrub reviewer got a shout out in the email. Yeah. What do you got to do, man? We covered that earlier. Of course, we covered that earlier. Yeah. I had no idea they were going to do that. They just contacted me. They're like, "Hey, is it cool if we share your video?" I'm like, I don't know, man. I really don't want the exposure. I'm really just making these videos for myself and my small group of friends. Of course you can share my video. And already, it's definitely been helping out. And a lot of you guys may even be here because of that newsletter. If you are, welcome. It's the more the merrier. It's always fun. It was, as much as I didn't like the fact that I was out of work for about a month there because of politics or whatever, it actually did help out because it gave me a little bit more time to do stuff like that video. I've been wanting to do that tips and tricks video for probably the better part of a year. I even had a whole script and everything written for it. I just never had the time to do it. And so one of the benefits of having a few extra weeks off is I was able to actually make that video. Chris Camacho's asking what the Discord. Here, I'll throw you another link. Looks like we got a couple people here. Adam 2099 joined. Let's see, Steve. Sorry, I missed your last name. Welcome, Steve. Thank you for subscribing. Grail is here. Omateg. I don't know if you guys are in the stream, thanks for joining up in the Discord. Just hop in the chat. We haven't done I've got a little chat there for base reviews. Haven't done a whole lot of those, and that's fine. If you want to share your Transformers collection photos, we got a little thing in there. We can go and share and chat about the new toys that you get and stuff like that. And we share them on the stream from time to time. So Dragonstorm. Oh my goodness, Sharksy, you're gonna love this. I can't show it off, but go look in that welcome chat. I know you're in there. Okay, so everybody knows Sharksy is the guy in the chat with the Rickroll lyrics. Never going to give you up, never going to let you down. So Discord, when somebody joins the server, they do funny little things. Like they said, a wild Omateg appeared. For Dragonstorm, never going to give Dragonstorm up, never going to let Dragonstorm down. So Discord rickrolled us when Dragonstorm joined. Well done. Well done, Dragonstorm. Well done, Discord. You got us. We all just got rickrolled by Discord. Scarlet Grid has sent me a tweet DM. Okay, I'll check it after the stream here. Just a couple minutes. And I'll get back to you. Monkey Man says we should all switch our profile pics to protect the bots in YouTube. Yeah, you guys want to do that? That would be kind of funny. So, all right, and with that, I think we're going to go ahead and shut down the stream. It's been fun. I honestly didn't think we were going to stay on here this long, but you guys, as usual, keep me here because it's a great time hanging out with you guys, and you really do make it enjoyable. And I look forward to Wednesday evenings when I can hang out with you guys. And I really do wish I could do it more, but real life and all that. So anyway, thanks as usual for stopping by. And I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. We'll see you next time.